Hello, Gaudi, and welcome back to school. Right, it's Monday, the 22nd of February, and as I explained earlier, our topic this term is all about sunflowers and this artist called Vincent Van Gogh. Can I explain who this person is? Right, let's get started. Vincent van Gogh was born on the 30th of March 1853 in Zundert in the Netherlands. He had 3 sisters and 2 brothers. When he was 13, Van Gogh was sent to school in Tilburg, the Netherlands. He left halfway through his second year and he never went back to school. When Van Gogh was 16, he became an apprentice art dealer at his uncle's company in The Hague, the Netherlands. His brother Theo also worked for the company. In 1876, Van Gogh was dismissed from his job as an art dealer. He worked for a while as a teacher, first in Ramsgate and later in Isleworth, London, England. Now, did you notice how he travelled from the Netherlands and he came to England? Van Gogh originally wanted to be a church pastor like his father. He even lived for a while in Belgium, preaching to miners and their families. So a pastor is like a vicar who's in a church and leads services. Van Gogh did not start painting until he was 27. In the 10 years up until his death, he produced nearly 900 paintings. Wow, that's a lot. Van Gogh was a prolific letter writer. Most of the 800 letters he wrote were to his brother Theo. Theo supported him financially, so he was able to paint. Van Gogh did not have money to pay for professional models, so he painted subjects such as flowers, landscapes, and himself instead. So when this refers to professional models, for example, if he wanted to paint people and he wanted to paint a person, he would have to ask them, can you please come and sit? And he would pay them to sit there so he could paint them and draw them, but he didn't have money. So instead, he painted objects. When Van Gogh was living in Paris, he became interested in Japanese art, which was very fashionable at the time. He had over 600 prints in his studio for inspiration. Van Gogh's earlier paintings, such as the Potato Eaters, are dark and sombre. His later works are much more colourful and vivid, for example, the sunflowers. Van Gogh was close friends with the artist Paul Gauguin. They lived and worked together for a time at Van Gogh's house in Arles, France. Van Gogh painted his own self-portrait over 30 times, including the famous self-portrait with his bandaged ear. In December 1888, part of Van Gogh's ear was cut off during an argument with Paul Gauguin. Experts are not sure whether he cut it off himself or whether it happened during a fight between the pair. Throughout his life, Van Gogh suffered from doubts of mental illness. One of his most famous works, The Starry Night, was painted while he was receiving treatment in hospital. Van Gogh died of a gunshot wound to the stomach at Auvers-sur, actually I can't pronounce that. Oisy, I think that's probably not correct, but I've tried. France on the 29th of July, 1890, aged 37. It is not clear how the wound was caused. I was not quite sure how he got hurt. Van Gogh's brother Theo died 6 months after him, and they are buried side by side in the town cemetery of Auvers-sur-Oise, France. After his death, Van Gogh's sister-in-law, Johanna van Gogh Bonger, promoted his work. She edited and published the brothers' letters. Her son, Vincent Willem van Gogh, founded the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. It is believed that Van Gogh only sold one painting of his own during his lifetime. Red Vineyard at Arles. It is now in the collection at the Pushkin Museum, Moscow, Russia. The colours in Van Gogh's paintings have become less vibrant since he painted them. Like many painters of the time, he used a pigment called chrome yellow, which fades and changes as time passes. In May 1990, Van Gogh's paintings, The Portrait of Dr. Gachet, sold for over 82.5 million at Christie's, New York. The auction only took 3 minutes. Wow. Now it's your turn. So as you notice, I was doing lots of cards on the screen, and I'd like you to choose your favourite card and record yourself explaining why you chose a card and what you liked best about it. So you have to go back and watch the video. Which card did you like the most? So choose a card. For example, you might think, well, actually, I like the bit where he talked about the potato eaters, or the one where he painted one of his the vineyard, or when he went to become a pastor. So you choose a card and explain which fact you liked about Vincent van Gogh. So choose one fact and explain it, and you can video record it. You don't need to write anything for this task. So get mummy or daddy or someone with you, get them to record you explaining your favourite fact and why it's your favourite fact. Gaudi, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget to upload Tapestry too.